Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Count Christo and this is The Light of the East, our wonderful MEIOU and taxes campaign. In the last episode, some turmoil in our Bulgarian holdings led to a massive rebellion, which is currently plaguing our neighbours. And we're going to see what we can do to rally up the troops and put that down. We had a very successful war against the Knights. We seized large swathes of important territory for trade from both Venice and the Knights. Looks like we've got a little bit of unrest in some of it, or is that just later seized, I guess? Yeah. We do have some unrest issues in the east still, also from that cultural turmoil. I will have to look into that event. I should save as well. I haven't saved since the last episode. Because there is an event in vanilla M&T which causes every unaccepted culture to simultaneously get 15 unrest, which is just obviously nonsense. But I thought they'd got rid of that. But it might be a problem because the submod that I'm using is also supposed to get rid of that. But then I think base M&T got rid of it a different way, perhaps. And maybe the fact that they've both tried to get rid of it has meant that it's actually stuck around. That's my suspicion right now. But when we get that next time, we'll look more carefully about what's actually happened. So we are actually going to demote the greater nobles. Only 28 loyalty loss now, which is pretty nice. What affects the loss of loyalty here? I don't actually know that. Is it the relative influence of the two estates? I'm going to ask the M&T team what causes that after this episode. So we will do it and back up our words with military might because we have the mill points to spare. And it's going to hurt the loyalty of both quite significantly, but it's always good to get your greater nobles turning into lesser nobles because, well, it's not quite always, but almost always, because they will be much more manageable, no doubt, as the pop-up says, because the greater nobles typically have substantially more privileges, and even when they don't, they have a much higher base autonomy increase per province. So we're going to clear up this revolt. We're going to go to war with Tarnovo and various of their allies, probably directly declare on Dobrozhia, and then full call all of their allies. That would put us at war with Moria. Oh, you're allied with Moria anyway. Yeah, so that's probably what we'll do. We're basically just hoping we can get Hungary to fight these guys first, to weaken them. Since Hungary is sieging back this province, that's almost a certainty, because as I mentioned in the previous episode, the AI absolutely loves relieving sieges. So we can probably expect them to do that. Good stuff. You can go over there, wipe these guys out. Why have we got such good fort defense here? Oh, it's not that good, but it looks like this is taking a long time. Oh, we just had the monthly tick, that's why. And yep, there's the Armenian separatists. Another 15 freaking thousand, man. Well, got to do what you got to do. We did expand really rapidly and really powerfully, so it's to be expected that we'd have to deal with some unrest. I do kind of think it was just that bullshit turmoil event, but you know, we'll do what we can. Dobrozhia is giving us excuse for a CB. We already had one, but still, it's very sweet of them. What are these? Armenian separatists. Darn. So we can't really lure them into any mountains. Unless this is mountain. No, it's just hills. Okay. Well, oh darn, Hungary's left. Nuts. Maybe they'll come back and fight them, but we'll see, we'll see. I will rapidly just quickly relieve these two sieges before I go. I don't want to let any province trauma start spreading. Should be good. Meanwhile, down here, got a workshop. What's the urban pop? Pretty sure it's still going to be Chaldiki. That's our pick, but yeah. Yeah, so Chaldiki is going to get the next Corporation Guild, giving us that sweet, sweet production income. Look at that, 16.8 ducats a month. It's insanely good. Absolutely insanely good. Hungary has unembargoed us. Are you angling to no longer be my rival, Hungary? Because you've lost your Polish buddy? Oh yeah, right. So we're going to ally Poland, which is the most cursed thing. But it's pretty funny, you have to admit. Ottoman allied to both the Mamluks and Poland. Classic. Classic. We'll rally up here. I don't think we're going to be able to get over here in time. Lesser nobles demanding privileges. What do you want? A promotion? God damn it. We definitely have to say yes, because we can't have 20 local unrest in 80% of their provinces. Oh, how much do you demote when you demote nobles? I can't remember. But we just have to accept it. Which really sucks, because we just spent a ton of loyalty demoting them. But oh well, oh well. Our empire is going to be built on the strength of our cities anyway. But yeah, that sucks. We can manage them, but I don't want to have to. That hurts. At least the rebels that rose up here seem to head east and then kind of disappear. Ah, the Tarnov separatists have despawned because they successfully got this province. That's funny. That's pretty funny. So we're not going to have to fight them then. Either that or they're like currently sieging somewhere up here and I'm not seeing them, but I don't think so. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get this army over there in time, so I don't mind a delay to relieve these two sieges. You can keep heading east. Okay. Since the days of the Prophet, Muslims have raided nearby lands. Do I want to gain manpower? Yeah, it's funny. This is supposed to cost you manpower. So we'll probably, sure, send some Ghazi down to Ethiopia. Are we pious right now? We are impious. So actually I will forbid them just because it's never a good idea to go to both extremes. You want to be either very pious or very impious. Okay, I think this is the first bits of our trading fleet training up. Nice. Wonderful, wonderful. We will rally them up. See, these guys aren't reinforcing. I don't know which... I thought I knew which rebel types did and didn't get reinforcement, but... I don't know. We're also going to ready up for our invasion of Cyprus, which should happen just as soon as we have these rebels. Well, do we do Cyprus first or do we do Turnover first? Turnover, they're not joining the coalition. Oh, actually, our aggressive expansion is low enough that they can't join anymore. Cool, we'll prioritize Cyprus because I think it's a bigger deal trade-wise. Actually, it's in Levant, which doesn't even... Well, it does connect, but... Ho-hum. Should I be transferring from Levant instead of up here? Maybe once we take Cyprus, we should. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think we'll do Tarnovo first. Well, no, we'll do Cyprus first because Cyprus might ally with the Mamluks, which would be a real pain in my behind. So we'll do that. You guys protect the Aegean. I could afford a bunch more again. I think we get this corporation guild and then we build up the trade fleet. And we could do with 12 galleys just to match Genoa. Genoa really is the main European threat right now. You guys can rally up behind the line a bit. You guys can protect in the Aegean. And you guys come down here. Okay. With the 3-star general, we have a 5 shock advantage, which should be good enough. As long as those two armies don't end up in the same tile, I think we'll be in a pretty good spot. In fact, you know what? Transports. Right, it's the monthly tick. And of course it locks them on the monthly tick. Good old input lag. Oh well. I think the game really is letting me deal with these rebels in the least painful way, just to say sorry for the nonsense event. 200 ducats for 5 loyalty from both. That's an extremely good deal. Normally we'd have to pay like 200 for 6 loyalty from one of them, so sure. I mean, it sets back the Chaldiki Corporation Guild, but Chaldiki can handle it. We've got 12 urban dev, for goodness sake. Oh, the beautiful silk production in the capital is only scaling in one direction, and I love it. Oh, they are going to go into my hills, so I can get a nice terrain penalty against them. Unless they're going from here and then straight to here, which is almost certainly what they're doing. So actually we need to take the fight. No, they are sieging it. Okay. Why are Armenian separatists sieging down this province, which is not Armenian culture? Nor is it Armenian... The Arachnids aren't Armenian, are they? No, they're not the primary nation of Armenian. I'm not sure why they're doing that. Although these 2 provinces have just become eligible for coring. Good stuff. And mod on as well. Exquisite. Look at that. Beautiful consolidating empire. That's what we like to see. And you should be in port in 2 days. There you go. Come drop the lads off. And we'll attack from here. They're going to take a couple of more attrition ticks, and it seems like they're not reinforcing. Wall breached is unfortunate. Siege tick's going pretty quickly here. Well, no, normal speed, I guess, but local autonomy is not helping, nor separatism. Wow, we're countering out a minus 50 strength. Oh, of course, yeah, I forgot our army tradition is amazing. More ships for the trade protection. Good stuff. Trade income also doing really well the last couple of episodes. Grabbing Ionia was good. Grabbing Athens and Chios, the 2 big stumbling blocks to Aegean domination right now. And of course the larger trade fleet will help a great deal as well. Okay, these guys are here. Might as well meet up here. A few more cores that we can't quite do. Can I core here yet? Oh, already are. Nice. Where can we still not core? Just these ones basically. Some of them just because they're occupied. Once they're no longer occupied, we'll be able to. Okay. It's 12,000 versus 14,000, which obviously is not perfect, but... Excuse me? Excuse me? We lost the siege on a 0. What? Excuse me? How did that happen? I guess they outnumbered the defenders, which means you can sometimes get double ticks. Or something. I think that's it. I think it's when you outnumber the defenders, like 6 to 1 or something, or when you have twice as many troops as you need. Anyway, it's an easy win because we have the 5 shock advantage, but I'm still outraged. Outraged, I tell you. Didn't even stack wipe them. Level 1 fort will leave behind the general and enough dudes. And we'll go stack wipe them. Oh, I'd rather not fight them without a general, though. Oh, we're winning it in 1 tick. Okay. In which case... Freaking monthly ticks, man. In which case, the general... will leave behind 2,000 and the general can come with us. Good. And then once they've sieged that, we'll have them spread out, get the rest of this done. Yeah, it's not so bad, them winning the siege. I mean, it's just a bit of extra damage to the province, but oh, fudge. Nothing we can't sustain. Where did you come from? I thought we beat you already. Oh, they went from... So they started here, and in order to siege this province, they did that. Interesting, interesting. Paradox AI, ladies and gentlemen. And that's not the mod's fault, because pathing AI is not changed by the mod because it's not exposed. I believe. Could be wrong, but I don't think I am. But then I suppose most people who are wrong don't think they are. So we're going to have 60,000 manpower once everything is said and done-ish. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's going to be even bigger, actually, of course, because the autonomy is ticking down in a lot of these provinces. We've got that core done? Oh, yeah, of course, but now we have Ionia, which is not cored either, so I can't make the state yet. Nice. So yeah, we're going to be in a really nice place manpower-wise once this war's over. Well able to take on the Italians. Should be good. Right. Now all we're doing basically is a nice Sivas can be cored straight away. Sweet. Hello, my love. Not fine. No? Cool. The nobles... The nobles... Oh, it's manpower. Here's manpower from you yet, nobles? Yes. 19,000 of it. Amazing. How about you, greater nobles? Got any manpower for me? No. No cash for you yet. And 64 and 17 is pretty good. Yeah, not being able to cross straits is a common one for mucking with AI pathing. You're right. Let these two handle the relief sieges in the east, while the rest can head up to deal with the other rebels. And just, yeah, tiny bits of unrest here. We should have these guys hang around just to lower the unrest enough that we can start these sieges. It looks like here, even with recent unrest, we're going to have some serious autonomy problems. So, that, yeah, the issue is it's very difficult communication. It's probably a good idea for us to release a vassal. But obviously I don't want to release the Aretinids. Yeah, what about Armenia? After all this fighting Armenian separatists, releasing an Armenian subject to hold this land, because this land, the other side of this mountain range, is just immediately so much more of a pain to administer, and it's just grasslands. So yeah, I'm gonna release Armenia. We don't have, for missions, we don't have to own it directly, right? Non-tributary subjects. Non-tributary subjects. Yeah. Communication efficiency is miserable even in the late game. It won't be for us, because we're going to build the largest road network the world has ever seen. And it wouldn't be too bad. We'll have a local administration here. And then a big road riding up here. But, yeah, it's a really tough area, that's for sure. Do I want to give them these provinces as well? Hey, Sol. I think I do. Again, on the same basis, it's just, there's no urbanization here. We're never going to be able to get the autonomy below 100%. I think it's trending up here now, right? Yeah. Cool. Well, we don't need to bother moving this guy in to help us core it then. Didn't realize I was streaming today. Well, I have only been for 15 minutes. Twitch alert bot is delayed, yes. But that's no matter. Yeah, I'm going to release Armenia and I'm going to give it these provinces. These ones aren't Sunni either, are they? And I will give it this province as well. Plus, that will create a nice eastern border for us. And then I'll probably give it these provinces as well, just because they're, again, they're highlands and stuff deep in the land. What are the campaign goals for this again? Well, we're doing, so there's campaign goals and then there's ruler goals, which is quite fun. So the campaign goals are dominate Indian and East Indian and trade and all that good stuff, and have wonderful, wonderful trade hubs and relay ports and things, bringing massive quantities of wealth from India into the lovely land of the Ottoman. The secondary goal is that we're not allowed to expand in Europe much beyond the historical Ottoman borders. So we can't go much beyond like here. We will smooth the edges to make it pretty. But and the function of that is that in Europe, we're basically going to have an interesting time because there'll always be conflict in Europe because there will always be people to oppose us because we're not allowed to just conquer them, which will be fun. We are allowed to set up vassal states and things in Europe, though. So we'll have almost certainly some large marches guarding our borders so that we can't have... we don't get, looted and raided and all that good stuff during our many wars of colonial aggression against the Europeans, which I expect we will have. Right now, we're allied to Poland and the Mamluks, which is kind of funny because we're the Ottomans, historical enemy of both. Right, we no longer need that military access down here. Are we going to retake Iberia, Caliphate style, or stop at the historical Algiers? It's a bit up in the air right now. I like the idea of retaking Iberia because it would create a really interesting communication efficiency conundrum. Because in the east, this is all going to be part of a trade company, right? But we could try and not trade company Castile and then see how good the communication efficiency can get over here from a capital, which will likely be Alexandria. So Alexandria has it only has an estuary, actually. Whereas this one has a big strait, which is even better. We'll see. Will we see the cursed Ottoman Australia? Yes. That is the plan. Hungary is influencing Achia. No, please don't vassalize Achia. That'd be such a pain. Is Athens a great harbour? Yeah, I mean, Athens is another good choice. The advantage of picking Alexandria is that it means we're closer to India. And so the choice of where the capital goes will partly be based on, are we trying to get good communication efficiency in India? Because the only reason to get good communication efficiency really is to drive down autonomy and unrest. And trade companies set autonomy to 100% and basically eliminate all unrest. So maybe we don't need to bother. In which case, yeah, Athens would be a good European capital. Because it would be close to, obviously, a lot of our ports. Because we'll hold like all this land. And Athens it's not totally central in that, but it's fairly central. But we'll see. Trade power isn't affected by autonomy. This is correct, yes. The thing is, like, if we were to, because we're not going to own Iberia, right? And so what you're looking for basically is, if we're going to own all this land and kind of all this land, but the European land we're going to hold is like all this. And, you know, quote unquote European, I'm counting like Middle East. And then we're going to hold all of North Africa, pretty much. Maybe there'll be a vassal holding this bit. But I think we might hold all of North Africa just for the neatness, because it's Europe where we're limited. And then if we hold Iberia, what you're looking for is like the center of gravity of someone that holds this and this and this. And Athens might be about right. You know, dragged left a bit by Iberia. But the thing is, by the time we conquer Iberia, this area is going to be so much more built up than Iberia that the kind of net weight of average population is going to be dragged east by the Greek, Egyptian, and Anatolian lands. We'll see. If you want to make Egyptian or North Africa core territory, yeah, we will. We definitely will. Athens might be a really good call, actually, honestly, for a capital location. Because if you're not familiar, there are various different types of ports. And I think estuaries actually, which is all that Alexandria has, estuaries don't help communication efficiency. I'm pretty sure it's just ports and then great ports. And this is a great port example, and this is just a port example. So we might want to do it Athens. The port is on the, yeah, I was going to say, the port is in the Sea of Crete, not in, whatever this one's called, Ionian Islands. Thank you, Sol. I think we probably will do an Athens capital. All right, let's release Armenia. They will follow Miaphysite. Oh well. I didn't realize they were going to get Sivas. I could have read that, but oh well. Sivas is fine. There is a workshop here. So actually, you know what? Were we coring Sivas already? We might have been. I'm really tempted to immediately seize Sivas. And I'm going to do it. And now you can have... Oh, right, you can't click on it in this patch. We're going to immediately take that back off them. But now I'm going to give them a bunch of other stuff. We're going for neat borders, remember, even temporarily. There we go. Cool. We'll take divert trade. Well, that'll make them really mad at us. They're not going to have any important trade anyway. I didn't realize there was a silver mine here. Oh well. I don't really want to placate local rulers, and it's going to tick down anyway. Sure. Be unhappy with me. See if I care. New decision available. Policy regarding our vassals. Right. I haven't done this in so long. What kind of vassal policy are we going to do? So you can meet with them and encourage them to be more integrated, but we don't need to do that yet. Or we could have an increased tribute on all of them, which I think we will do. And we can also send missionaries to the subjects, which we don't want to. Cool. I like that their color is so similar to ours. That's nice. Cairo is better than Alexandria because it starts with the capital. Problem with it, though, is that, yeah, sure, it has the capital, but it's inland, which means that communication with everywhere by sea is already like a province slower than if it was on the coast, which I think is not worth it. You want to try and do almost all of your communication by coast, if at all possible, which is why I think directly owning Iberia, by the way, if you guys haven't noticed, Castile has eaten almost all of Portugal, which is going to be interesting. Doing all your communication by sea is the way. I think the game is running slower than normal, so I'm actually just going to pause the recording and restart it. See you in a moment, YouTube. Hello again, YouTube. We've restarted the game. We'll see if it runs any faster. It may well not, but we can restart very quickly, so it's no great suffering if it doesn't. We'll stop spying on that lot. We should probably spy up on Genoa, because we are intending to go toward Genoa at some point soon. Bum, bum. Okay, got that core yet? No. So about states. I don't think we do want this to be a state. Well, no, it's got roads in it. Wait, has it got roads in it? South Anatolia? No. Rhodes is in the Aegean. I'm not convinced I do want this to be a state. Although, no, that won't be a relay port. Because you actually, weirdly enough, and this is bizarre, you want relay ports that are the right distance from the center of the sea tile. Because the distance that the ship has to travel is the center of the sea tile to the center of the sea tile and then into the port. So, I think we're almost certainly going to make the relay port here, which means we won't build that up, which means this probably doesn't need to be a state. Certainly not now. Later on, I think we'll have an abundance of state slots, because I'll be taking lots of, you know, empire ideas and all that good stuff. But not yet. Not yet. We should focus... Well, we've got a lot of coring to do still. But I think we should probably focus culture ideas. I mean, Diplotech. You know what I mean? Diplomatic monarch points. Yeah, I'm going to do that. We might fall a tiny bit behind in admin tech, but it would be good to get these, the rest of culture banged out, especially for the educated ruler, of course. Ooh, nice. I wonder which one we're going to get. 100 admin. Can't complain. Guy might die soon enough, that's fine anyway. More cores. Beautiful. Synop, I think that was actually one of the ones preventing a state we wanted to make. Nope, it's already a state. Okay. Fine, fine. We'll get that martial law calculated soon. Oh, hey, nice. You gotta love it when rebels launch on top of each other. God, they're really doing very, very little damage to each other. Oh, okay, it must have been the fire phase, right? Because they just did... It seemed like they just did nothing for a couple of rounds there. Yeah, so Chaldiki Corporation House is the next... Corporation Guild is the next step. Wow, we have so... No wonder we're making so much money on production. We have a lot of workshops. Well, actually, should we be building other earlier ones first? No, it's 40k they can do up to, right? The first one? Yeah. Yeah. One thing that I really don't know in MEIOU and taxes is I tend to just kind of try and go with roughly one city per region. But I really like to have a better understanding of the food market. Stream's lagging for you too. It might be a Twitch thing. Because the bitrate's fine on my end, like it's transmitting it fine. Haven't dropped any frames. I usually just try and go with one city per region, but I really don't. I don't think it's very clear how much food there is left, unless you start digging into like custom map modes and things. We'll see. It's not lagging for you? Cool. Well, it might just be these two jabronis then. Do I have a secret audio record file for the Ragnarok mod GP? No. It's true. It's also worth noting that it's difficult to tell if it's lagging or if it's just the MEIOU and taxes jankiness. One cool thing that the M&T devs were telling me the other day, I think it was on stream, was that in M&T 3.0, the lag is hyper-concentrated into one day of the year, and the rest of the year it runs pretty smoothly, which I really like that. Especially if you're streaming, you know, because you just turn to chat, right? You just chat to chat for like a minute or whatever, however long the tick is, and not worry about it. So we're going to go to war with... We're going to declare on Dobrozhia, which is going to call in Vidin, Tarnov, and Thessaly. And we're going to full call you, which will call in Moria, who has 4,000 men. That's not insubstantial. That's not, I mean, it's not insubstantial. We're going to full call Vidin, which is going to call no one extra. We're going to full call Thessaly, which is going to call no one extra. And would I rather declare on you so I can full call Moria? No, because I'd like Vidin to be full called. Okay, that looks like a plan to me. So I'll set up one army here. I don't really care if damage is done to the southern parts of Greece right now. We don't own any big cities. And we'll have another small army here. It's a good thing and a bad thing, because it means the game stops responding for a solid 3 minutes. I would honestly rather it stop responding for a solid 3 minutes and ran okay the rest of the time. Because by far the most annoying thing about lag, and I feel like I've said this on the stream before, but by far the most annoying thing about lag is being like having input lag when you're trying to give a command. Whereas if it stops for 3 minutes, like let's assume you're going to have the same amount of lag. Like each year is going to pass in the same amount of time, whichever option you go for. Like lag consistently or lag at one point. If it lags for 3 minutes, that's fine. I'll just play like a game of bullet chess or something. No, it doesn't seem like a big deal to me. Not knowing whether it's crashing could be a bit annoying, but okay. Got these lads reunified. Send these ones over here. Vidin, where have your troops gone? Did Vidin just disband all their troops? It's interesting. Not really what I was expecting. Christo playing chess online, bruh. What elo? Like around 1k. I'm not very good at chess. I haven't played in ages. Starting to get back into it. Played a bunch at school. As you might expect. Okay, so we're going to save first off, because I think I have the alliance chain worked out, but I don't like misclicks costing me campaigns. Chess club. Yeah, what's wrong with chess club? Chess club's a good time. Can't believe we're allied to freaking Poland. We're not going to get coalition for a while. Yeah, I played chess for my like county for a while. We're full calling Tarnavo, we're full calling Thessaly, and I think we're full calling all of them. Yeah. Sultan of Aram should let us take both these provinces. Full call them all. Yeah, I played for Nottinghamshire for a while. I was so bad at tournaments. It was that situation where like I went to a relatively small school, so I was by far the best at my school, and then like you go to tournaments and everyone just trashes you because obviously, you know, it's all the best people from all of the schools, and I didn't have much practice playing good people. So yeah. There was a good moment there when I moved school, and we had like house chess tournaments, and there was this guy whose name I won't divulge, even though obviously none of you would know him. But he thought he was pretty good. He thought he was a big man, and so of course he would destroy me. And he was going on about how he would annihilate me. And I wagered that he was not in fact actually very good at chess, and was proven correct when he didn't understand how to defend himself against Scholar's Mate. It was pretty funny. And that's the story about the time Christo beat the bully at chess in 4 moves. 4 because there was some jiggery pokery. But it was pretty good. All right, let's get the conversion. Bully's not fair. He was just cocky. We need 10k to siege this, right? Yeah. I see, I thought Vidin still had an army. As soon as they lock, we'll go meet them down here. I guess we'll siege down Vidin last. I mean, Turnovo. Tunavo, whatever. We'll get blockading up here, which should help with that siege. Seizing Moria will be good. And then Athens is under Sicily, who's allied to France. Yeah, I remember. Bit problematic, but we'll see what we can do. We mostly just need to stay on top of a bunch of their guys spawning, you know, their estate levies. I'm going to start spying on you because a freaking level 5 fort is going to take an age. Let's go to speed 3. It shouldn't make much difference. It'll just make it a little bit more consistent. And yes, we'll of course take scientific enlightenment. Idea cost down. Lovely stuff. Any other places? Yeah, this should be a state because it's got... what's the shortcut key? S. It's got 2 cities in it, here and here. And this one's a pretty big one. So yeah, we will state that. And then later we'll almost certainly full core this province. Full coring should increase the rate of autonomy decay, by the way. Because at the moment, there's just kind of no reason to do it when you're over 50 autonomy. Which feels wrong. Like there should be a... I feel like there should be some reason to do it. But it's just like my opinion, man. How good are we on mill points right now? We're ahead by 12 years, so we're definitely going to start doing some artillery barrages. Do I really want to do it on a level 1 fort, though? No. We'll definitely barrage our way through this fort, though. You're going to raise up on April 11th. Let's have these guys ready and waiting when you do. And as I said, we don't mind if southern Greece, well, I guess that's kind of central Greece, gets sieged down a little bit. Not a big deal in the slightest. Looks like you're not raising up any more men. Ah, you got one here. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. No problem. In which case we will just leave behind a few dudes to deal with them. It's going to raise up on the 11th of April, so we'll just time our guy to arrive on the 12th. And then he can head down here. Deal with that guy. 3-to-1 odds. Should be an absolute pushover. So just 2 provinces we can't call in right now. Oh. Sorry, that's BBC News alerts. Actually, I should leave that ring on because that's how my doorbell rings. Oh, nuts. The Armenian separatists are back. I thought we'd got you. Well, we could give them Sivas back, but I really don't want to. It's a city. Though, I mean, communication is pretty bad. What's the autonomy like? Are the autonomy is going up in this province? No, yeah, forget it. Here, Armenia. I'll give it to Armenia after the war. Can I give it to them if the rebels have sieged it? Maybe not. Hey, Armenian separatists. It would lose me 10 absolutes, and we're definitely not going to do that then. Hey, estates. Burgers, you can have some autonomy if you like. That's fine. Sure, it kind of pumps up a bunch of my cities' autonomy, but we grind it back down pretty quickly afterwards anyway. Don't really want to give the Great Nobles a gift. They're already pretty chuffed. I really do want to give this to them, but I also really want a corporation guild. I think this is more important. Well, no, I really don't want to go up another stability, actually, is the other problem. You can only do this at peace, right? No. Months remaining. 6. Yeah, so we're going to revoke a lesser noble privilege, and because I really don't want to go to +3 stability. It's just such a waste of stability points. I really feel like they need to change. I think, well, I mean, they have in 3.0, I think. I can't really remember, but they really need to change how stability points work. It shouldn't be a bad thing to go from 2 to 3 stability because you're like inefficiently spending stability points, in my opinion. That's a failure of the design that you would be unhappy about your stability raising. So the Armenians obviously are still disloyal. Wasn't I improving relations with you? Let's get that going again. I think I stopped so I could declare the war, but I meant to get it going again. So yeah, Athens will be a nice get. It's not a big city right now, but it's got potential, as we were talking about. What else? Yeah, apart from that, just some consolidation of this area. cleaning up borders apart from anything else. We don't want to go too far inland here for the same reason as we didn't want to go too far east here. Communication efficiency will just really suck. Communication efficiency is somewhere like here. Where is that coming from right now? Right now it's coming from here. And here it's coming from here. Here it's coming from here. And here it's coming from its map. Yeah. So what we'd like, really, is for it to be coming from here. Are you getting yours by port? No, because you don't have this. I know we're saving for the Corporation Guild, but I'd really like to build a trade wharf right here. Because that would really help with the communication efficiency in this area by getting the runner coming from inland. Something else we need to note is that the Gulf of Varna really needs a port. Because, as we explained in an earlier episode, the length of time it takes a runner to get from one port to another is one of the things that's added to it is the number of tiles that it has to travel squared. So if we can keep that number 1 wherever possible, it's really good. So this relay port is going to be extremely important. Right now it doesn't have one. Let's save for the Chaldiki Guild. It's so, so important. Production income is amazing. Yeah. We'll save for the Chaldiki Corporation Guild, but hopefully we'll be able to get that going sooner rather than later. God, Vidin, you're just crapping out, man. As soon as we get this done, we can go and get some people sieging over there, but we need to get these lads under control. There's too many of them. Obviously, if we let them all rally up their forces, all their people, it'll be too annoying. MEIOU is HH. Probably not. Although we actually are be nice if we could be secular for a while. I really don't want to convert though. Just give me a little bit of cash. Maybe get a couple more Miaphysites. That's fine. We're going to take a bunch of religious idea groups later and just crush our way through all heathen opposition. Should be fine. You guys have a level 1 fort. Yeah. And we've got a nice general, so it shouldn't take long. You guys can hang out here. Cool. Just clean up duty, really. And, yeah, they're just going to be mad at us for ages because of that event. Because we took Sivas off them, even though we're going to give it back to them, probably. Well, are we? No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. Because once we have a port in Sinop, I suspect we'll be able to get the autonomy below 100%. And even if we don't have it below 100%, this is controlled by burghers, right? Tribal's present, but which estate controls it? Lesser nobles. Well, I mean, it's not that good, but it's giving the lesser nobles a fair amount of income. And obviously that, as we've said many times, that keeps them sweet. How much do we need for this Corporation Guild? 680 gold. It's not too bad. What do we got right now, production-wise here? Ooh, 4.4 ducats with a workshop. God, it's such a rich area. It's really nice. Really nice indeed. Let's get you dealt with. I don't need generals 3, do I? No. What are we doing rivals-wise? Right, I did rival Naples in the end. Did we embargo them? Yes. Cool. Cool. Where are you fleeing to? Probably can't chase you, can I? No. When are you raising up? 1st September? Okay, well, we'll time it. Time it so we arrive at a good moment. Baden appears to have finished... sorry, Badin appears to have finished popping out guys for a minute. Vidin have their independence guaranteed via Wallachia. Yeah, good luck with that. Bring these guys over, get that siege going. Get the one cannon deployed. Big Bertha. We should name the cannon. That's something Arumba used to do. And then see if they survive to the end of the campaign. Did you spell Bertha with an I? No, it's an E, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. That can be Big Bertha. We'll see if that cannon lasts the whole campaign. I'm skeptical. So, order of priorities for spending money. Chaldiki Corporation Guild, Sinop Port, and then it might actually be like a port here as well, honestly. Oh, no, we already have one here. Nice. So, yeah, this guy is getting his communication directly from Constantinople. That's how good transmission by sea is. I'm surprised it's not going via here. It might just be that it hasn't recalculated. No, it has recalculated since then. Okay, well, I guess we need a bigger port here. Constantinople has a tier 2, right? No, it doesn't, actually. Okay, it's just really good because of the strait. Okay, why are we losing ships here? Excuse me? He's disengaged. Still taking some damage, though. Oh, they have trade ships. Let's not needlessly lose galleys here. Lost just a transport. That's fine. We had one more transport than we needed anyway. Send a Janissary in here to join this lot. Good stuff. And you're raising up, what was it, on September, 11th of December? Cool, so we'll head those guys in. Good old monthly ticks. Excuse me, I gave you an order. I guess I gave it on the monthly tick, is my problem. Hello, thank you. We'll get to them before they recover their morale. Should be able to wipe them out, no problem. Oh, except of course after they've established they can retreat in time. Nuts. Okay, well you can hang out here then. Up to 6,000 gathered up here. That's okay. As soon as we've won this siege, I'll send these guys north. We'll clear them out. Should be in good shape. No war dynamism in this war. Oh, well, except potentially for the southern bit of Moria. Because obviously all of these are capitals. We've war dynamismed this lot into the ground already. How long do I have on this forcing demands? Somheti may defect. Oh, nice. Armenia has people that might defect from Korokenia. That's funny. How many cores have you got? Just a few in the further east. Okay, no problem. I thought they might have all of these, which would be nice, but that's fine. We will probably feed Armenia like a sizable section of this chunk here, because we're not that concerned with this area, at least not early on. We're more interested in kind of driving a road to Basra, but we'll see. Haven't really looked at building any roads yet. Haven't really had a manpower surplus, which is how you usually end up doing it early game. Alright, we got enough of that corporation guild yet? Not quite. Not quite. We're getting there, though. Marvellous. Well, sorry to stop this episode. Don't worry, Twitch not going anywhere in media res. But I'm going to call it a part there. In the next episode, we will finish off this war. We will get Moria. We will grab these nice borders down to the Danube, which is lovely. And we'll be in a good position to begin looking for our next target, to begin preparing for the mighty war against Genoa and Castile. But until then, thank you so very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.